Alright, so it's a couple days later. So we got the tires mounted in balance now. We went with some newer, it's a newer tire from Shinko, the long hauls. They got some pretty good deep tread. Look pretty good and whatnot. Construction wise, tread pattern. These are actually reinforced a little differently through the cross pattern. Ryan Fortnine has a decent video going over these a little bit, so I've seen a couple good reviews. So time to throw these back on. That way we can get the rest of this 10K done. Alright, so we're gonna get this front tire on first because it's a little easier than the rear, so do that. First, I need to grab some NICs. And I got everything else already here, so let me grab that real quick. Good old NICs. Could put that on the axle and whatnot. And something that's good to do when you guys do check your tires off is check your wheel bearings. Because it's better to find out they're bad while you have it off the bike than on the bike. So, alright. Get this and I'll end up in there. And be careful with the NICs because it does get everywhere. So, mix it up good. Go ahead and throw a little bit on the axle on the inside there. So, or the hub, I should say, not the axle. I got the axle out over here. So, and then on the spacer too, don't hurt. Just don't do it on the. I don't think you really want to put it on the speed sensor because it might not read properly if you do. So, I think Harley even says don't do that. So, don't. Alright. Alright. Now the fun part. Sliding this through. True. Now, take the wheel speed sensor. Turn. This can get a little tricky. Let's try this again here. All right. Okay. Now this will be a very tight fit, so if you're struggling like me a little bit, it's gonna happen. Just try not to get too mad. Just remember to work one piece at a time. So. There we go. I need to just look up the torque spec for the nut, or this axle. Alright, so front axle gets torqued down to 70 to 75 foot-pounds. So I'll torque it down to about 73 because I go right in the middle. So you can do it at max, you can do it at minimum. I would definitely not suggest doing minimum. But yeah, so got the torque wrench out. Yeah, not much. So, right. And then we got the pinch bolt now. I have the service manual on my phone, which $30 online if you have a Harley. So let's see. Front brake caliper mounting bolts are 28 to 38. Front fork side mount pinch bolt, which is what we got, 21 to 25 foot-pounds, so I wasn't too far off. But so yeah, I'll torque it down to about 23-ish foot-pounds here. Done. All right, and like I said, the front brake caliper, which I just had it, is 28 to 38. So I'll do probably 33, 32, 33, somewhere around there. Might do 35 actually. If you need to expand or spread out the brake pads more to get it on there easier for yourself, make sure you take the cap off your brake fluid reservoir, or else you might break it, or break even your master cylinder, which is not cheap. So, don't forget your Loctite on these. You don't want these falling off going down the road. This is actually a little glue stick, a blue Loctite. If I remember, I'll throw a link in the description. I can throw a link in the description. Just a little bit there. Okay. It's kind of dirty. A little bit there. This is nice because you don't have to worry about losing the little white cap and then it drying up and all of that. So fun nonsense. Okay. Lined up with the rotor start here. Okay. Slide it like that. And by the way, the Loctite thing, that's for you and nothing, Aaron, nothing at random. Always use Loctite. 20 to 38. That's 35. So cool. Okay. Front wheels mounted. Woo! And if you want, and then if you took these off, throw them back on, just to help them keep it a cleaner look. So yeah. All right. One wheel done. Time to get the next one. Time for the rear wheel tire. All right. So. Line it up. Go ahead and get the work on getting the belt up in there, maybe. I probably have to drop it down a little bit. All right. There it goes. All right. Got the belt on. All right, now time for everything else. So, all right. So yeah, I'm not sure how well you see all of this, but yeah. So once again, put some. Bring you guys back this way. Show you how I can do this. Kind of have the tire leaned over. Stick it up in there. Don't worry about being straight right now. It'll straighten out when you get the axle. Start putting the axle in. So get that up in there. Yep, Alright. And I'm trying to help give you guys a little better light so you can see what I'm doing. Go back through a little bit. Get out of this. Look at me. Manual. There we go. Now, lining it all up. Alright. Whew. Got it lined up. Alright. Grab a towel, wipe my hands off. And goes washer. And then the clip will go on when we torque it. After we torque it, which this torques down at 100 foot-pounds. The rear axle does. So. Alright, so I'm back. I realized I screwed up. I put the wheel speed sensor on wrong. It's supposed to be, so I gotta take this back off. Yay! Not really. Oh crap. Knock the camera over. Alright. Up there. I want you to put the wheel speed sensor under it like that. Which I don't remember it being like that, but I might have to look to see if I got a picture. I can zoom in just to verify. I'm pretty sure that from the exploited views I am seeing, kind of how it goes, I think. Okay, I did figure out you want the wheel speed sensor that where the wire comes out be downward, pointing downward, and then kind of go up through from between the caliper mounting and the bolts and stuff. So yeah, I'll probably tie it up to the swing arm there, just to make sure it stays out of the way of everything. But yeah, so I was wrong. I just wanted to make sure. Like I said, exploited views help if you're not 100% sure. So that on nut. I just cinched the nut down a little bit before I line the axle up, make sure it's all good and straight. Alright, everything's lining up good. Nothing looks county wampus or anything like that, so yeah. Raise the bike up, do axle measurement, and yeah. So just kind of show you that's about how it looks. Get your wheel speed sensor, the caliper bracket, and then the spacer inside there, and then your spacer inside the pulley, and then your belt. Make sure it's not off riding the edges or anything. This is also good when you do this. Good time to inspect your pulley. Make sure it's not worn excessively or anything like that. These should last like very long time. All right, I'll show you guys how I line up the axles. Make sure the axles lined up perfect, good. And yeah, it's actually really simple. So I'll be back. So another check here. Obviously this belt's too loose, so what I like to do is get your belt side tightened up. Kind of check the play of your belt. This is really what you really want to align it to. You want a good play, like that's like your max amount of play you want to have. So I try to get it like flex in between. Like that's way too high. So just yeah, there's actual spec. I don't remember what it is, but I know this is like the easy way to check. These M8s have it. It's nice. My twin cam don't, so I actually have a belt gauge that I have to use. So like I said, if you want a little bit of play, but not too much. So, because obviously if you got too much play, it'll be loose and cause issues going down the road. Whereas if you have it too tight, it won't allow full suspension travel. Which having it like this, it's at full max suspension travel, so it's only gonna get looser. So I hate this lift. So that's probably where I'm gonna keep it. So the way you get now to make sure your axle's all lined up, set the camera up here. You get a tape measure. This is the easiest way you do. You don't have to buy a special tool. If you have a special tool, there's actually a tool where it has a pin you can line up. You get it lined up perfectly, and then you can line it up on the other side. It's really nice. I have one. I just not sure where it's at the moment. But the way anybody could do this is grab a tape measure. You pick, like, I'm gonna use a swing arm bolt here. This swing arm bolt, because it's on both sides, you can access it, and then you measure from the middle of your rear axle to the middle of this. So unfortunately I can only find my 100-foot tape measure out here out in the garage right now. So line it up. So we got about 1 foot 6 inches. Yeah, 1 foot 6 inches. So about 1.5 feet. We go to the other side and get it lined up. Then you check your belt tension again, if it's because it can loosen up. Make sure your axle adjuster is all the way up against the axle, so it can't loosen up too much. But when you straighten it out, it can loosen this up or tighten it up. So once you get it lined up, you want to double check your belt tension, make sure it's where you like it or within spec. So go around to the other side now. Right there's the other side of that swing arm bolt. So, yep. Man, I'm good. I am good. I'll double check on the other side, make sure. Gotta tighten that up. I don't always get that lucky, get like perfect first try. So tighten it down a little bit. Let me just verify it. There. Like perfect. Cool. So time out. Pretty simple and easy. Check my belt tension. It's good. For your axle, it's 100 foot-pounds. So alright. Torqued. Now get the C-clip. Snap it in place. We're good to go. Now all I got left is woohoo. Fairly simple. Like I said, doing this isn't too bad. If you don't have a garage, I mean, you can use just a you don't have to have a lift like this. You can use a regular jack, bike jack, not bicycle jack, motorcycle jack. So let me double check the axle. Actually, no, I'll go ahead and put the brake caliper back on because that don't affect the axle adjustment. There we go. Once again, use Loctite, my friends. This is your best friend if you own a Harley. Any bike really, but or even your car if you do any work on your car. Don't hurt the Loctites on certain parts. I know some people go as far as cleaning the old Loctite off. I'm not about that, so. Alright. Yeah, slider bolt that's there. Slide up. Alright, let's be at the process. Cheat. Today. Just break those loose. Alright, then those are 18 foot-pounds. So is the max. So it's like 14 to 18. So yay! Got the torque wrench. Alright. Alright, there are certain things I will torque this bag, and certain things I won't. Anything like this that's safety related and important, I will torque down to the specified torque every time. Like the muffler hangers or muffler stuff, tight. So. That's how you install your wheels and tires off of a 2019 Street Bob. So it's like this probably for most M8 Softails. Always, if you can, consult an owner or get the service manual. Like I said, it was $30 and I have unlimited downloads, so yeah, at least I think it's unlimited downloads. I'm not sure, but either way, it's $30. You can find it online everywhere. You just type in Harley Davidson service manuals. It's definitely worth it if you're gonna work on your own bike. It gives you step-by-steps for everything. Like, you can tear the whole bike apart, including the engine, and rebuild it with those books. So, well, if you guys, like I said, I think we might end up making this into 2 parts, just so the video's not an hour and a half long. So, if we do, you guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and let's see you guys on the next adventure.